Hi friends, I'm Miss Meleah and I teach 2 and 3-year-olds at the regional campus, and I'm so excited to come today and read a story to you. And actually I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of reading it to you, I'm going to sing it to you. That's because this book comes from a song called He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. What do you think that means? It means that He loves everyone. He loves you, and He loves all of your friends and your mommies and daddies and all the people who live around you. He loves everyone no matter where they live. He loves everybody no matter what color their skin is. He loves us all. And so this talks about Him having the whole world in His hands. The world is a really big place, isn't it? But you know what? God is even bigger than the world. And so I want to read you this story, and it's got some beautiful pictures in it, and I'll make sure you can see the pictures. Hopefully the light doesn't glare on it too much, so I'll try to make sure you can see them. But like I said, if you know the song, you can sing along with me. He's got the whole world in His hands. Oh, there's outer space. Do you see that? He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got my brothers and sisters in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got the sun and the rain in His hands. He's got the moon and the stars in His hands. He's got the wind and the clouds in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got the rivers and the mountains in His hands. He's got the oceans and the seas in His hands. He's got you, He's got me in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got everybody here in His hands. He's got everybody here in His hands. He's got everybody everywhere in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. So I want to show you these pictures one more time. I'm going to get a little closer so you can see these pictures because they're such pretty pictures. And I want you to see what in the pictures you might see that you think God has in His hands. What is that a picture of? It's outer space, isn't it? And it's a picture of the whole world, and that's the sun coming up over the world. So He's got the whole world in His hands. What are those pictures of? Those are cities, aren't they? And we live in different cities, and sometimes we might live in a small city or we might live in a big city, but He's taking care of all of those people too. Oh my goodness, what did He do? He colored a pretty picture, didn't He? I even see a teddy bear. Oh my goodness. And this one says He's got my brothers and sisters. Do you have any brothers or sisters? God's taking care of them too. He's got them in their hands. Look at that picture that He drew. Do you think you could draw a picture like that? Of all of your friends that God has in His hands? I love this picture. What is He doing? He's standing in the rain, isn't He? Have you ever done that? Oh, and He's enjoying the rain that God has made. And sometimes the sun comes out. And if it's raining and the sun comes out, it makes a rainbow. Have you ever seen a rainbow? God made those too. Oh, and he's got what? What is this one? The moon. That's right. He's got the moon in his hands. And what are all these? The stars? I like to go out and look at the stars. Oh, and the wind. Have you ever been outside and it gets really windy outside? But God has control of those too. And guess what? When it's windy, we can go fly kites. Yeah, and the clouds up in the sky. The clouds give us protection from the sun sometimes. What are they doing? They're going fishing, aren't they? Yeah, and you know what? God made those mountains and the rivers and the lakes and the oceans so we can go fishing sometimes. Oh my goodness. The beach. How many of you like to go to the beach? I do too. I like the beach. And God made those, and He has those in His hands as well. And then it says, He's got you and me in His hands. He loves us all very much. And He tries to take, well, He doesn't try. He does. He takes very good care of us, doesn't He? And so we have to listen to Him and follow what He wants us to do so that we can be very safe and secure in the arms of God. Oh, He's got everybody here. They're looking at a park, and there's a lot of people. Do you see all those people? And God is taking care of all of those people too. And what is that a picture of? That's the world, isn't it? There's Africa. Oh, and there's the United States where we live. And all of these different continents all over the world. My goodness, God loves everyone all over the world. He's got everybody everywhere in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. Thank you for joining me for story time, guys. And I hope maybe you can sing along with me. You can always watch it more than once and you could sing along with me, and that would be so much fun. So you have a wonderful day, and hopefully I will see you very soon again at church. Love to you all.